The Peter Rabbit movie is a story about an adorable yet slightly mischievous young rabbit named Peter, and it's he and his family have been through quite a lot. It's him and his sisters Flopsy, Mopsy and Cottontail, and his cousin Benjamin, and Peter is very much the leader of this family, and they feel under attack because of a new person comes into a garden, which is where they get their primary source of food, and they have to fight back against this with hilarious and yet dangerous consequences. I think my favourite quality about Peter is his unrelenting sense of self-confidence. It really takes him a long time to realise he may have messed up. But I guess actually his best quality is that when he does mess up and make a mistake, he rectifies it in the best way possible. And that, I think, is probably the best message for the film, really, which is everyone's going to make mistakes all the time. All of us, whoever you are, there's some screw-ups coming your way. But what's important is how you deal with those mistakes and who you are in those mistakes, and that you learn from them and try not to make them again. And it takes Peter a long time to figure that out, but once he does, it's wonderful. I think there's an element of Peter in all of us, certainly when we're growing up, a mischievous quality to think why not rather than why. And he's probably the character I associate with most. It was kind of an amazing process laying the animation, the voice for this animation, because I think I may have voiced the entire movie 10 or 11 times. And throughout that time, it was a constantly moving feast. It was constantly evolving. The character was evolving, the animation was evolving. And so it's difficult to always know, like the voice would come first and then the animation would inform the voice, and then the voice would inform the reanimation would inform the voice, and it just kept going like that really until now where it's finished and it's done. And I have to say, I think what the animators have done with these characters, the way that they move and talk and their fur and the way they walk and interact with each other is really quite amazing to see. I think my favourite line or moment in the film is where Peter looks down the lens and says he doesn't want to receive any letters or complaints from people at home. I think that's a really amazing moment for the mums and dads who are watching. I say this as a parent myself, like any time where a film can be for your kids and just gives a little wink to a mum and dad who may be watching is a really great moment, and I think that's one of those moments, and I really like it. Another line I love is that he says, we don't own the earth, we inherit it for future generations. I read that on a plastic cup. It's Peter Rabbit. He's amazing. He never really stops writing. It's the incredible thing about him. He's constantly writing and rewriting the film all the time, and I really loved every second of being part of the film with him. I really, really did. He's a brilliant director. He's someone I met years ago when I was in a play in London. I never thought we would come together to work on something like this together, and I'm so pleased that we did, you know. Oh, for sure. How could you not?